this, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Air Force's offense will get the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fullback's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Crosses the 45. Ripping through the defense. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Hands it off. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the option. Makes it past the marker. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The speed of these quarterbacks have just gotten insane. Week in and week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
Sticks it in his belly. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll run the option. Brings up 2nd down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Goes to the option. Fakes his man out. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So Navy's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown, midshipman. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point is good. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Hodges. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
Man, and he took off and went and got it. The quarterback made the read quickly. You could tell he wanted to take off with the football. And how dangerous is he that he just started shooing up yards and running away from the defense. Nice run by the quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really. Put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose. Touchdown, Falcons. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Navy will go back on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the option. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
On the play. It's 3rd down. That's the end of the first.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Navy will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes one man miss. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Air Force.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And here comes the Navy offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice job by the defense, swarming to the football. And anytime you're having the ball being pitched or you're having a lateral on the play, you want to get to that guy who's doing it. Hit him, make that thing bounce all over the place. So you
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback.
Point is good.
End zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Air Force. The defense takes matters into their own hands. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Navy will go back on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He'll do it himself. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
First down for the offense.
The back goes in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Hodges. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, midshipman. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Air Force 35, Navy 21.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Hodges. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 17 over Missouri. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Coming after it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. They'll immediately call timeout. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Gets rid of it. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got out of trouble and throws. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something coming up before halftime. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's looking for an open man on second down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And the Falcons will kick it away to crank up the second half. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it.
Open runway ahead. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really nice job running the option to quarterback, and I feel like when we talk Navy QBs, we're always talking about Roger Staubach. He won the Heisman. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys. Keenan Reynolds, I think, is one of the greatest football players in college history that nobody talked enough about. He was so dangerous on these option runs, and this guy right here kind of reminds you of Reynolds with his running ability.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Might as well give it to him again. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, midshipman. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The offense starts with a short field. On the option, he'll pitch it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking for room, it's Hodges. Touchdown, Navy! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On first down, here comes this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page. And you got to know when to throw that throw route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Falcons are rolling down the field. Goes to the option. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoffman. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And they try the middle of the stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And now on second down for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Now the toss. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Hayes. Steps away. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
On the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, midshipman.
Number 20.
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 play. Brings up second down.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Harrison. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. On the option. Brought to the ground, but not before getting... First down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The option look. Quick toss.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again?
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Hayes. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll run the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Second down coming up.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. The Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd. Now adjusting. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's got it on the move. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Falcons! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're clawing and they're scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
And he's going to bring it out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Navy offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now on the option. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Makes the grab on the left. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Caught in the backfield. It's Hodges. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Navy! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets away. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's right on target.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.